Something changed the day I started sitting with myself in nature, not rushing, not doing, just being. At first, it felt very unfamiliar, like I didn't know how to just be me without any distractions or without chaos. But slowly, nature started showing me myself in her own quiet ways. You don't have to meditate perfectly. You don't have to have the right words or the right mindset. You just need to sit, to be, and to listen. And in that listening, something begins to stir. A memory, a feeling, a forgotten part of me. There are some memories you don't carry in your mind. You carry them in your skin, in your breath, and in your heart. You don't even realize they are there until something quiet brings them back. Maybe it's the sound of the water lapping gently on the shore, or the morning birds singing like they know something you have forgotten. And suddenly you remember something, not with words, not with pictures, but with feeling. A version of you that once felt light and free. And if you are watching this, maybe it's a reminder you needed to pause, to step outside, to sit with yourself, not to do, but to feel. And when you are ready, you might even find a story rising to the surface, one you didn't know you still carried, one you may have forgotten, but it's been waiting for you to feel. I remember when I was a child and we had a holidays, my mother would always ask me, "Where do you want to go?" And every time I had say the same thing, "I want to go to that aunt's house." Not because it was fancy or exciting, but because she had farm animals and her house was right in the heart of a valley surrounded by mountains. It was the most peaceful place I knew. Every morning around 4 a.m. she had a routine. She had walked to a well to collect water. They did not have running tap water back then, and I cry every time to go with her, every single morning. I didn't know it back then because I was a kid, but I knew that place made me feel so happy and loved. And I remember seeing many animals roaming around freely. The air would be crisp, birds chirping all around, and everything was green and alive. Even as a little girl, I felt something special there. I felt like I belonged here. I got to help her take care of the animals, and honestly, it made me feel so alive, so grounded, and I always felt so happy around them. If I could go back in time, I would. I had relived those moments again in a heartbeat because now I understand the peace I felt back then. I didn't even realize how deeply I loved those memories, not until recently. Somewhere along the way, with all the noise, the responsibility, the schedules, and the endless to do list of adult life, I forgot. I buried those feelings deep down inside me. But one day, while sitting quietly on the edge of a lake, it all came back. I was journaling and thinking about the best moments of my childhood. And let me remind you, I have a terrible memory. I can't even recall what happened last day. But somehow, in that stillness, those moments, those memories returned so clearly, like nature was gently reminding me that peace is still here, that it's still inside me, that I can feel it again. And maybe someone out there needs to hear this too. Try to remember what you loved doing as a child, what made you feel whole, calm, and complete. Even if it's just for a few minutes in your day, do that thing. Because those little moments, they can bring you back to yourself. They can help you find balance in your life again. Thank you for being. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time.